we have, as I understand it, the finale of SoundSmith Stereotype series with Team Fortress 2 Warpaint Stereotypes, Episode 1, aptly named The Only One, by, of course, SoundSmith.
Those of you who've watched my channel for any amount of time probably know that I'm not the biggest fan of the Stereotype series and what it became.
Yeah.
Not to completely ignore the thing that put my channel on the map, but I've said before that I won't return to the series, and I'd really rather people watch, like, anything else on my channel. But that all changed in this video when my good buddy Serial Artistry put this in the game chat.
I said what? Dude, what the WTF?
And of course, that's all anybody focused on in the comments.
Right.
So, thanks for that, dude. Really appreciate it. See, that's kind of the problem here. I am nothing if not a man, probably, who will commit to the bit no matter what.
Yeah.
So, for the sake of the funny and also for the sake of nostalgia, here is the first and only episode of Warpaint Stereotypes in the exact same style and quality as the original Hat Stereotypes from 2016. Just remember, you asked for this.
Yeah, turn that down to jank, baby.
So
I mean, honestly, I can totally empathize, though. I mean, that's why I still get people coming out to, like, the Purple app being like, hey, I miss your Fat Electrician and HLC reactions. And I honestly think those were just some of the worst reactions I've ever done. Like, I talk about it. It's not even, like, a bit to put myself down. It's like, no, I can empathize that, like, yeah, it's something that, like, people know you for, and in his case, right, his Stereotype series is something that put his channel on the map. But it's one of those things where it's like you definitely feel like but I do other things, like I do other things, right? And no, I can totally empathize and understand, though. I totally get it.
I've noticed during my time playing TF2 that you can tell a lot about a player based on the Warpaint that they're using. This video is going to go over the most popular Warpaint stereotypes, or in other words, what your favorite Warpaint says about you. Of course, I'm not going to go over every cosmetic because, well, do you really expect me to have something to say about this? Come on, man, I've never even seen someone use this. Now, before I start, I've got to give the disclaimer. There are no exceptions to these stereotypes. You should take everything I'm about to say at face value and treat my word as gospel. These videos are serious business, and as we all know, there's nothing cooler than parroting everything a YouTuber says.
Bro, the flat read makes it so much better, though. Oh, this is great.
No, but seriously, though, don't take these stereotypes seriously.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
let's get started.
I love it. The flat read. I feel like you can, like, hear him, and he's just, like, leaning back maybe, and he's doing the flat read off of the script. Oh, it makes it so much better. It's flawless.
This guy doesn't just care about the Warpaint that he's using, he also cares about its randomly generated pattern. See, the thing about this Warpaint is that there's a lot of variation in what it can actually look like, even if it's the same item. For this reason, they'll almost
Warpaints have variants, but this one matters to a lot of people who own it.
always brag about their super rare pattern that they worked really hard to get through random number generation. The problem is, nobody else gives a shit. You put this on a black box and used a name tag to name it Box. Yeah, it's fine as a bit, but it's not exactly original, and it's been an old meme for a while now.
He sounds so detached. He sounds so apathetic. This is a 10.
This person is a Warpaint hipster. They'll always insist that Starcrossed is a super underrated Warpaint when it's just not. Now, it's not to say that it's not good. It's really good. It's just a lot of people's favorite, so I wouldn't really say that it's underrated. This is one of those Warpaints that is just so stupid expensive that you only ever really see it on popular weapons that get used a lot. So
sense.
shotguns, scatterguns, rocket launchers, etc.
What, you mean you wouldn't put this on the spy's stock knife? You mean you wouldn't do that? While wearing the funny French frog hat? Wearing something like the aviator set? Bro, I feel we could go hyper deep in this.
But also, you know.
What the fuck is a kilometer?
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. This is logical.
Dragon Slayer owners come in two categories. One is the person who got it, put it on the Dragon's Fury, and just kind of left it at that.
Yeah.
Which is most people who got the Dragon Slayer paint from their contract. The second is the person who put it on any other weapon and regularly uses it. These people are all well-respected gamers who are extremely skilled at the game and deserve all of our respect.
Bro, how much are these? Dragons, Fury, Warpaints. Bro, how expensive are these? Dragons, of course it doesn't show. I don't know, so because I go to the Manco store specifically. Not that I'm partnered or affiliated with them. Definitely one of those that I had it recommended to me. I know backpack.tf, and a bunch of other individuals do have that as well. I don't know if I can see itself. What is a festivized professional killstreak Dragon Slayer Dragon's Fury factory new run? $14.99. What? Huh? That is something I didn't expect, actually. That feels weird. I wonder how much these actually run.
Who am I kidding? It's a war pig. Now, just in case you didn't hear me the first 27 times I explained this, I'm going to explain what a war pig is again at length.
Bro, so here's the funny part to me is that, like, I obviously, like, you know, I say grew up, right? But I obviously watched a lot of Gmod Idiot Box, right? How many times in and this is probably where I get my snarky nature from a little bit, right? Because watching Vine Sauce over the years saying, you know, hey, we talked about this on last night's stream. If you missed it, oh well, right? Or watching Gmod Idiot Box where, like, people will be like, yo, what's the song here? And it's like, oh man, what was the song I was looking at, right? What was it? It was one of his outro songs, right? And it was like, I thought I had my, anyways, but it was like, anyways, point is, I was able to find the song, whatever it was. I literally can't remember what it is offhand, if I'm being completely honest. But point being, like, the number of times that he had to clarify of, like, don't ask for song, links to all songs are in the description, right? And even then, even in my own work, right? Like, I've literally seen this happen, like actually happen in front of me too. Where, like, hey, links to my Discord and gaming channel and all my other stuff is in the description. And then it's one of those things where, like, wait, you have a gaming channel? Wait, you have a Discord? And that's the thing is, like, so part of that is, like, genuinely you will not get people on the same page ever in this line of work. That's to be expected, right? Because that's also not necessarily fair to, say, you, random chat member, random viewer. If you happen to, like, you know, walk in and this is the first video of mine you've seen, that's not necessarily fair to have that expectation of you, right? I think when you start bridging the gap to comments, right, I think that starts to get into a little bit of an interesting territory. But for the most part, it's just one of those things where, like, it's a give and take, right? There's a healthy middle ground. Yes, on one hand, you need to give people, you know, grace. You need to give people, you know, that time, right? That understanding, right? At the same time, if people keep heckling you for the same exact thing, right? Like, because I started with weapons, which was effectively season 2 of this, and so I didn't know what a war pig was until it was, like, explained to me. And then it's like, okay, yeah, well, clearly I should have just watched season 1 first, 5 head, right? Like, being able to search out that information is just so important. I've been looking in the other monitor, see if I can find that Gmod Idiot Box song or not. I literally cannot find it offhand, but that's because I've been watching watching and listening to a bunch of other music, so it's not in there. But if I was to look it up, I would literally go to, like, you know, Gmod Idiot Box. Right? I'd be going to Das Boshit's channel and literally finding it. So I don't know. I think to me this is actually really funny because not only do I do this for work, but also I've just seen over the years a number of creators just like, fine, I'll explain it for the 10,000th time at this point, and people will assume that they're just being like, and they kind of are, like, they're being really standoffish and stuff. Like, oh, it's so good. I love it.
So for those of you who don't know, a war pig is based off of that one hat for soldier, and it's used to describe someone who overestimates their skill by a significant margin. Now, I'm not saying they're all bad or anything. No, some of them are actually pretty good. It's just that they usually think they're way better than they actually are, throw themselves into impossible situations, die, and then complain about how it's the game's fault.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. We all know those. Oh my god, the top shelf. Here we go. Dude, I'm so ready. You have to, like, this video is a 10 already, dude. Like, this video, it hits all the right notes. I love this.
But SoundSmith, I'm an imaginary future comment for you to mock and read in a condescending voice, and I'm here to say that actually Top Shelf isn't a war paint, it's a decorated weapon. There's a difference, SoundSmith. Okay, yeah, I know.
Honestly, one of the best sets they've ever released too. Can we get more of this, Valve? Like, can we get more like Top Shelf, like Gentleman's Collection? Like, please, can this be a thing? Like, I know, like this is one of the best sets they've ever released, according to a lot of people, and it makes me really sad because like I definitely missed when this came out, and it does feel like they kind of went downhill after this point, right? So it makes me really sad. Like, the soldier weapon, one of the best rocket launcher variants I personally have ever seen in the game, and it is wild for me to like kind of look at it, like, and just to kind of feel that like the game's kind of gone downhill since then. Oh, it makes me sad. It makes me sad for people who've been playing this game long term because like Valve really has kind of left you guys out to dry.
There's technically a difference, but counterpoint, I don't care.
Yeah, no, reasonable.
I'm talking about decorated weapons too, so get over it. Anyway,
Yeah,
Top
makes
Shelf
sense.
enjoyers are people of sophisticated taste.
Oh, absolutely.
But they also tend to be the kind of people who desperately want everyone to know that they're a person of sophisticated taste. Like, yes, dude, we get it. It's a nice skin. You don't need to base your entire Steam profile off the fact that you like it and own one.
You know, I feel part of me feels like this is japes. Part of me feels like it's a shitpost, but part of me is also like, oh my god, these people exist, don't they? Like, these people actually like exist. I genuinely want to see one of these profiles just to understand, right? Just to understand that this isn't a gimmick. Like, it's not like a corroborated, like, collaborated troll, right? Like, I genuinely need to see if this is actually a thing.
You wanted a Top Shelf skin, but you also wanted it to be strange.
Yeah.
Yeah! This is the gibbous of Warpaints. Not terrible looking, all things considered, but everyone gets one so long as they log in during a SmithSmith update.
I need to do it this year.
So you end up with the kind of thing where if you see it, it's a good indicator that they're fairly new.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you see someone with one plaid pot shooter skin, chances are it's also every single skin they own. For whatever reason, these players are the most committed people I have ever seen. Plaid is basically their entire personality. To be honest, I'm not really sure why.
I love that.
It's on a loose cannon, and it's named Coconut Gun. That's it. That's the
How original.
stereotype. Okay,
Lovely.
moving on.
Fabulous, even.
Purple Range users are usually sniper mains who based their entire cosmetic set off of this when they unboxed it back in 2017. That, or they're just a rich trader.
Fair enough. Oh, how expensive are those? I'm assuming from what he's saying, those are fairly expensive.
When this first came out, it was broken and had a missing texture instead. In the naive hope that it would stay this way, you put it on something funny, like a fish,
Yeah.
and were soon disappointed by a fix actually being implemented soon after.
Okay, to be fair though, to be fair to the TF2 community, like, Valve just kind of lets like the hamster just do whatever to keep the server running, right? Like there was that one dude that like fixed the whole bot problem, or most of the bot problem, right? Like, you have like a dude camping in the closet that the TF2 servers are. Like, Valve and TF2 updates don't exactly go hand in hand. Which is why I think the engineer revolver taunt kill was actually really interesting, because they nerfed it, but then they like reverted the nerf, which is, I feel like that's odd for TF2, right? Like Valve doesn't do that much anymore.
Now you're stuck with something that is admittedly a cool skin, but that you put on a goddamn holy mackerel. So it
Bro, don't talk smack about the fish.
just sits collecting dust in your backpack with all of your other holy mackerels.
It's me. I'm talking about me.
You legend. I'm gonna start. Okay, you know what, chat? I've decided I will be purchasing backpack space. I will be collecting nothing but holy mackerels. One day I will be making the collector holy mackerel. That'll happen at some point. Okay, if I gotta go run a subathon to do it, I will be making the collector holy mackerel. Gotta have 200 fish.
In the stereotype.
So stuff referential humor.
Autumn users are, above all else, predictable. They are all perpetually on the flank, and they're all wearing a full set of winter-themed cosmetics. That might change soon, though, since a good number of them watching this video are frantically trying to rework their cosmetic sets and Googling how to play with the combo TF2 on their second vertical monitor that they bought for their Intro to Computer Science class. You would think that fire-glazed users would all be pyromanes, but I've actually seen more scouts, soldiers, snipers, and heavies using this than anybody else.
I could see that. I mean, looking at the minigun, I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense.
Now that I think about it, though, it's kind of a more brash, aggressive design that reminds me of those people who replace their car's muffler with something that will be as loud and obnoxious as possible. So, yeah. That makes sense. This guy just really likes pizza, and you can't fault him for that.
Oh,
pizza
dude.
kicks ass.
Why does it jiggle like that, though? Why does the fish have jiggle physics like that? Every time I look at it. I do like me some pizza, though.
You never
It's like my lich in Warframe. I always get the lich that loves pizza. Like, every time.
applied this skin. You were trying to trade up for a jazzy skin, and you failed, and now you're trying to sell it. That's it. That's the stereotype. No, I'm not joking. These guys are generally pretty chill and like the more low-key Warpaints, but they're also usually absolute hell to fight against, so you're cool, but also fuck you.
Fair enough.
This occupies the same kind of player territory as Ironwood, but these ones tend to be newer players and are a little bit less of a pain to play against.
It's the Damascus texturing.
This Warpaint is stupid. I mean that in a good way, but it's still stupid. Which means you 100% put this on a stupid weapon, named it something stupid, and are probably stupid.
What if you put it on the fish, though?
You know, like, in a good way.
Am I actually gonna buy this and put this on the fish?
All right, here in the script it says that I need to make an anime joke again,
Yep.
Well, actually it says that I need to act unenthusiastic about having to do a joke because it's in the script that I wrote, and then I need to do it anyway, so. Fine, here you go, I guess.
Amazing. Hold up, wait. Found some the audio has been muted because I don't want to get demonetized immediately. Yeah, especially anime music, especially how fair use works in Japan, or I guess the lack of fair use. Yeah, there's interactions with copyright.
This guy is very committed to a certain look. They almost 100% use invasion cosmetics for everything. That's not a bad thing, really. They know what they like, and that's respectable.
Yeah.
But it does mean that they're probably going to blast jump at you every time and probably die, so keep that in mind, I guess. Hey guys, Sans Undertale.
Ah, it's funny because Undertale.
Get it? Guys, Sans Undertale. It's Sans Undertale. Ugh, this sucks. I'm done. Nope. Done. I'm done. I'm not doing it. Instead, I'm going to do the classic get up and walk away while the mic is still recording in a clearly scripted bit where I get angry at something that I wrote myself bit.
But see, what if he's actually angry, though? See, you just don't know. It's like Peter Griffin in the box. It could be in the box, okay? He could actually be angry. Or it could be a bit. But he could actually be angry.
Oh!
Oh my god.
This guy is the minimalist of Warpaint users.
It looks good.
You know, the kind that pays $500 for a piece of furniture that's basically just a black cube.
Makes sense.
That
yeah.
guy.
Respectable.
This is kind of like
cube.
Dress to Kill. Same basic vibe, and also you own it because you wanted a similar skin that is extremely expensive and hard to get strange and factory new because of the way strange decorated war paints work. And so you just settled for this instead.
Yeah.
It's still a really nice skin though, so hey, no judgment here.
Yeah. That's a cost thing. Ugh. I could spend that much on
Hey,
Warpaint.
Future SoundSmith here. Hope you're having a real great time watching this video. This is the part where I normally would have played Crawling by Linkin Park and then turned the screen red and made it shake a little bit, but that
Yeah,
would get my
exactly.
monetization turned off immediately,
Yep.
and if
Yes,
I'm gonna
it
have
would.
to slog through making this video, you bet your ass I want to get paid for it. So instead, we're going with a copyright-safe version of Crawling, so enjoy.
I don't know how that works though, because technically, and like Metallica wanted to get Unfaith over a chord progression. So I would assume even if it's like a cover, copyright safe version, if it shares even a chord progression, it should be eligible for copyright. Not that I'm going to be complaining if he didn't get a copyright and I don't get a copyright, right? Like if it doesn't get claimed, right? But from what I understand, legal precedent set by Metallica be Unfaith, as much as a chord progression is enough for copyright.
Crawling in my
Awful. Oh, I'm getting sick. Oh, no. Oh, I gotta close my eyes on that one. Oh, that's awful. Ugh,
All right,
gross.
that'll do it for this episode. Next time, I'm not doing anything, because this was a stupid joke that I only really completed out of spite.
So yeah, we're done. Bit's complete. We did it. I went back and watched my old videos for reference to see what the best way to replicate them would be, and man, I really cannot stand these things. There were and still are a lot of people who say that they hate my videos after only watching early Stereotypes, and that used to upset me, but at this point, yeah, I get it. If that was my first experience with this channel, I wouldn't want to slog through it all to see if the content got any better either. If nothing else, though, they serve as a reminder to myself of how much I've improved over the years, and also they make a lot of money, so that's cool too. Anyway, if you've made it this far in the video, thanks, I guess. As a treat, here's a sneak preview at the next man's guide. But okay, yeah, sure, not every kill is a stupid gimmick. Like, look at this. I see this guy, predict when he's gonna double jump, carefully aim a shot, and then...
I mean, yeah. And you can tell that he's improved over the years. I mean, you can also tell just from his audio alone. Like, I feel like he was, I don't know if he necessarily turned off equipment or if he went back to an old mic or something like that, right? But he very much, sounded you could hear the echo, sounded very robotic. You could even hear like the buzzing in the background, right? His audio, as it turns out in the here, right? Obviously, very warm, very flush. Definitely feels like it's increased, right? And yeah, it's a good progression of videos. And we've also watched his reacted to his Man's Guide series, and honestly, he puts out a lot of good work. So I definitely understand it. I can definitely empathize with having something that you're known for, in at least at some capacity, right? And people want more of the thing, or people know you for the thing, but you don't necessarily enjoy the thing or even like the thing. I could totally empathize. And yeah, this is one of those where Man's Guide definitely, if that's more of where his current content is, very good quality, very good production quality, very good audio, and directing, scripting, right? Very good quality. And I think this was a really cool point to kind of go through this and watch where someone started versus where someone's at right now. But I digress. Definitely go and make sure you're supporting the original material, especially if you haven't heard of SoundSmith. I have linked below as well his music channel as well. I want to make sure that I'm just, signal boosting what ways I can. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next one, whatever it may be.